All right, well guys, I'm going to do something that I don't do very often, and that's wear my helmet cam. But let me see if I can take this helmet off. I don't wear my helmet cam very often. I thought it'd be a good idea, but it's heavy and it weighs down my head. But I wanted to show you guys what the Bethel DeSoto National Forest is like. It's a trail system that's near and dear to my heart. It's my local trail system, and it's in the like I said, the DeSoto National Forest. So there's no features. We can't build like jumps and obstacles and stuff like that, and that's okay for me. I'm really a cross-country race guy, and I think this is it's a natural trail system that's super fun to ride, and it's great for all abilities. So that's what I want this video to be about. I think a lot of people you know, are looking to find mountain biking as a way of physical fitness, especially going into 2026, and this is just before the Christmas season, so gives you an excuse to get a cool bike and a bunch of gear. But believe me, as someone that's 56 years old, I do see this as a very advantageous sport for the older athlete. People say they don't want to get hurt. Hey, you don't have to get hurt, especially if you work with a coach that cares about you, someone that's not going to put you over your skill level. Now, some trails that you see about mountain biking are very rocky, very steep, very advanced. But I just want to show people that, you know, some of these trails are not that. Some of these trails are very manageable, and if you take it easy, it's amazing cardio workout. It's amazing full body workouts. So some people think cycling is just about your legs, but when you're mountain biking, there's so many things, so many body movements you have to do. It really does help build fortitude going into your older ages. It keeps all the little in transit muscles you know, working. You know, little things like you're working your core when you're riding a mountain bike, even if you're riding easy. So a lot of it has to do with body position, and I'll go into more of my coaching techniques. But I am working with you know, beginners and intermediate level mountain bikers to get them familiar with the skills so they can go out and enjoy this type of riding into your you know, older ages. As I'm 56, I feel young for 56, but I also know I'm not 30 anymore. And as someone that has been a cross-country racer for years, it's my passion is racing mountain bikes. Believe me, I've taken a lot of chances, and you know, the adrenaline junkie at heart. But as I get older and I'm getting more people into the sport, I find out it's not good to get people above their skill level. It's no fun. People get hurt, and I don't want that. I want mountain biking to be part of people's physical fitness going into older ages. I want the world to become a better place through mountain biking. So I'm going to put the camera on my head and take you guys through the trail. Generally, I don't do that, especially if I'm not even riding with anybody, because it doesn't give, you know, any riders for you to look at. But I just kind of want to show you what the Bethel trail system looks like. And I'm going to take, this is the North Trail system. I am going to take you guys down on the Tuxachanie side. I really think this is a beautiful trail system that's very underrated. And I would like to guide and teach skills out here. I have in the past, and my schedule is pretty full right now, so I'm not looking for any new clients. But if you are, you know, if you are thinking about mountain biking and you're intimidated, if you do need a coach that's, you know, more about how you feel on the bike and trying to build your physical fitness in a way that's manageable to you and not really push, you know, I'm an easy, nice coach. But, you know, I guess there's room in the world for that, because my coaching platform's full right now. Like I said, I'm not really taking any new clients, but I will help with your journey, especially since I am, you know, I want to be an ambassador to cycling. If you have questions about, you know, mountain biking and you're intimidated, man, I'm your guy. If you want to go fast, believe me, I can take you fast too. So anybody maybe that wants to take their family on a mountain bike vacation, if you want to be led fast through the trails, I can do that. And I could have one of my guides, you know, take your son, your daughter, your family on an easier mountain bike ride that they're not going to feel intimidated and get hurt on. So, man, I already see my camera battery going yellow. I'm going to take you guys for a little ride. If it dies, just know that this is a short video about an introduction to mountain biking from Bart the bicycle rider. Well guys, this is what a lot of the trail looks like. It's a nice easy to see trail because a lot of it has a lot of white sand. There are quite a bit of, you know, manageable routes. When you get down on the Tuxachanie side, that's the Tuxachanie Creek, believe me, there's a lot bigger routes. But even this route, like I'm seeing right here, it's great for skills building. If you are new to cycling or new to mountain biking, just know that this trail is not full of treacherous rocks and obstacles that you really have to watch out for. This is a trail system, so there's a lot of pine straw, quite a few obstacles, but that's what also keeps you on your toes. Just as I was talking about before, that mountain biking is good for your body, it's good for your coordination, it's also very good for your mind. So a good cycling coach is going to teach you about body position on the bike. You can't see what I'm doing right now, but I have my seat. I'm not in one position. Let me just say I'm moving all over the bike to keep the bike steady, to keep the bike weighted or unweighted. Sometimes a little bit of both. So it's not just sitting on your seat and pedaling. There's a lot of standing up and pedaling, a lot of sitting down. If you've ever taken a spin class, this is like a natural spin class, but test your balance as well. Balance and coordination. It does take a lot of upper body movement, and I'm not saying huge upper body strength. I'm just saying your body has got to move, and that is so good for you. So just know, if you do want to pick up mountain biking, depends on what part of the country you're in. A lot of times there are some easier trail systems, and get with a experienced coach, and that doesn't always mean the guy you work with that's into mountain biking, because sometimes they will get you over your head. Believe me, I know that. I've gotten a lot of my friends over their head, and I've got a lot of people hurt. That's why I've learned to keep people in their skill level. So as I've become more of a coach, former bicycle shop owner who cared about my customers and led a lot of group rides, my goal was not to get people hurt. My goal was to let people enjoy the sport and progress. And that's what happens. This is one of those sports that is so fun, sometimes you don't even realize you're getting a massive amount of physical fitness. And that's what I like. As I'm getting older, I am doing more strength training in the gym. I've been an athlete my whole life, so the gym is not anything new to me. But I don't get those kind of endorphins, those happiness. I don't smile and laugh at the gym unless someone tells a joke or farts. But out here, I'm having so much fun that a lot of times I'm laughing to myself, which is true laughter, true enjoyment. I'm smiling. When I get done, I am excited, and I'm breathing a lot of fresh air. So before my battery dies, let me hit my brakes here real quick. And braking is another one of those skills. It's not just pulling your brake levers. So, all right guys, I don't know when my battery is going to die pretty soon. I'll keep this video super short and just let you know that I'm going to be doing a whole lot more mountain bike skills on the type of bike. Of course, I'm doing a bike buying guide. This is a modern full suspension mountain bike. I'm not saying that you have to go spend thousands and thousands of dollars, but I'll keep you from wasting money on stuff that is just not going to work. Don't go down to the department store and buy a full suspension mountain bike. I talked to some people yesterday that wasted, you know, $1,000 on 2 bikes and helmets and everything. I don't want to say wasted, but their bikes weren't performing, and they kind of got duped because they were coined as mountain bikes. And when you look at the literature on these bikes, it showed 2 people really enjoying themselves going through the trail. And when it came down to it, those bikes were not trail ready bikes, and they weren't even assembled right. The poor lady, you know, I helped her out today because the store that they bought them at even sold them a warranty package, but there's no mechanic. So I asked them if they'd worked on the bike themselves, and they said no. there's something called a rear derailleur limit screw. That's very important. It keeps your chain from falling off either on the big cog or the little cog, and they weren't even, one wasn't even installed, and the other one was completely, whoever built that bike from the department store had no idea, and it pretty much ruined this lady's day. Today I helped her out on a personal level, but there's a lot to mountain biking. I can make it easy on you, but I just really wanted to show you that these trails are beautiful, and if you want some good exercise, it's not dangerous. It could be dangerous if you go in unprepared, unskilled, and overconfident, but let me help you, or let me help you find a guide, a coach, a mentor. And this is something that you could do in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s. I have seen it, and I plan on doing it myself. I want to live a long, healthy lifestyle, and this is one of the keys. So there's so much to a healthy lifestyle that I want to talk about on my channel. So stick with Bart, the Bicycle Rider YouTube. I'm going to do some coaching for you, and I'm going to get some other coaches to back me up. And you know, there's some really good people who care about their clients out there. And it's not all just about racing and performance. And believe me, I can teach that too, because I've been doing that for a lifetime. I had to move out of my bike shop recently, and I saw how many medals and trophies and stuff I had. And those are boxes and boxes of stuff. So believe me, I know how to hit podiums. But my big goal is to get people into the sport, make it manageable, teach them skills so they can progress to whatever level they want. And it's not all about being super fast and going super long. Sometimes it's just being able to ride with a group comfortably, go out and being a boredom killer. You know, if you have a mountain bike, you're never bored. Anyway, my video is getting ready to, battery's getting ready to die. More from Bicycle Rider YouTube. If you have questions on mountain bikes, you know, mountain biking, let me know. I'm glad to help. And I'm going to do much more video on helping people get into mountain biking for the longevity. And I really want to work with athletes they're my age or older. So I'm 56. Like I said, my schedule's booked, so I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I will help you out one way or the other. My passion is to help people with fitness. My passion is really to ride mountain bikes, but I like it so much I want to share it with other people and make the world a better place through cycling. Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, over and out. Well, all right, guys, as I roll back to the trailhead, you can see how beautiful these trails are in the dusk. If you hear the little bell, it's because it's hunting season out here in the DeSoto National Forest. So I have a little bell on my bike. That's what that noise is, just in case I run up onto any hunters or something. But look how beautiful the golden sunset is of this green and brown trail. Yesterday was Black Friday, so we're in November, coming into Christmas season, and I'm enjoying this beautiful weather outside of Biloxi, Mississippi. It was in the 60s today. It's gonna drop. Tonight's probably, right now it's maybe mid 50s, low humidity. Perfect time to be out on the trails. If you're in a northern state and it's already super cold there, I know I was just in France and it was getting cold in France and Switzerland. Hey, if you're looking for a break from that and you want to come down to Biloxi and get a guided tour, or if you're a racer and you want some super secret training, I could definitely set up a mountain bike weekend that includes, you know, I can do it any way you want on a budget, or if you got a little bit more money to spend, I know all the good local restaurants and attractions. If it's something you want to do with your family, you could definitely make a good mixed vacation out of this. So anyway, you guys think about it. If you want to come down and ride some of these trails in the southern state, this is South Mississippi, a hidden gem, an amazing place. The weather's great in the wintertime. You don't normally have to worry about snow. We had a freak snowstorm last year. But what a cool place to come ride a bike. Road bike, gravel bike, mountain bike. If you want a lot of features, jumps and berms and that type of thing, that's not really this trail system. As a veteran mountain biker, I can appreciate lots of different style trail systems, but this is more of an old school cross-country trail, a natural trail system thing. It's something that's disappearing all over the United States. A lot of these trails, like I grew up like this, are either now airports or subdivisions. This is kind of an anomaly to have this. Come take advantage of it. I know the trail well. I'll be glad to be a guide for you.